The courts have recently sided with Second Amendment advocates, so the next best way to erode fundamental rights is to tax them into oblivion. Gun owners, Governor Murphy has a target on your wallets.
The Constitution says, "We the people, not I the rich." Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms for NRA certification, multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfarmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And if you like channel, like content, and what I do, you can just support me with the link. Everything is appreciated. Once again, comments on gun-related channels can be removed without notice. Please be aware that it's happening. Also, my gear is available if you want to further support me, get some really cool merch. Now, I just want to do a quick public announcement. I'm starting to get phone calls from people, phone calls, messages, emails, and I appreciate every single one because it lets me know what's going on. People who say they've been kind of watching my channel for years, but all of a sudden, lately, they have not been getting their notifications. Usually when you post a video, a notification goes out immediately to the person to let them know that a new video is available. Some people are saying that, quite a few people are saying that this is not happening. They're not getting their notifications. I've always suspected that there's something going on. I'm not going to go to conspiracy theory road, but if you are subscribed to my channel or you come across this and you were subscribed to it, please check your notifications. As I said, I'm not going down conspiracy road, but I suspected that something was going on. But that's just to give you a heads up. Let's talk about this. In New Jersey, is now going to be the next state to try to price citizens out of their Second Amendment rights, as the governor there wants to add a 2.5 excise tax on guns and a 10% on ammunition on top of the 6.625% state sales tax.
Some of the governor's previous attempts to impose hefty taxes on firearms and ammunition, which he claimed would raise $8.5 million, didn't survive the budget negotiations. But he managed to gain Democrat support back in 2022 when he raised handgun permit application fees. This time around, Murphy is shooting to double or in some cases impose a tenfold increase on numerous firearms transactions. Today, a dealer employee license costs $5. Murphy wants to charge you $40. A background check costs $15. The governor thinks you should pay $45. Your purchaser and permit ID? $25 and $50 respectively. Those prices will double. That carry permit Murphy raised to $200 just 2 years ago, he wants you to pay $400. Retail dealer licenses would skyrocket from $50 to $500, and finally, manufacturer and wholesale licenses would cost 10 times as much as they do now, from $150 to $1,500. Get rejected for any of these? Sorry, all fees are non-refundable. Many states don't even have such fees, a fact that surprises no one. And the 7 figures Democrats expect to raise through these new taxes is a drop in the bucket when you consider the governor delivered his most bloated state budget yet, a whopping $55.9 billion for fiscal year 25. So what's the justification? We think it's simple. Conservatives own guns. The Pew Research back in 2017 studied gun ownership and found that Republicans and conservative independents made up the majority of firearm owners by a 2-to-1 margin. Advocates say this amounts to a poll tax on gun ownership and a fundamental constitutional right.
That is illegal because he's making the right unaffordable for the citizens. It's unconstitutional, and they always tell you the same lie. This is about community and making people safe. How does telling those who follow the rules force them to spend more money to exercise their right makes the community safer from the criminals? That's just the biggest bunk I've ever heard in my life. But they are not the first ones to do this. If you remember back in 2021, Illinois did this. Now, in 2022, the Supreme Court in Illinois shot it down because they said, you're taking this money from these people, but you're not telling us what you're doing with it. So they're telling them, yeah, we're saying it's illegal, but if you tell us what you're going to do with the money, if it's going towards good cause, whatever that may be, then it's okay. In 2023, Newsom out there in California signed basically the same thing, an excise tax on guns and ammunition, but he caught on from the Illinois debacle, and he immediately said, we're going to use that money for gun safety programs, which is not working, as you can tell, because California still has a massive crime problem. It's getting worse and worse. 2023 to now, it's just exponentially gotten worse. So that didn't work. But Colorado is also, for this legislative year, is also trying to pass an excise tax on guns and ammunition. So this is not new, and this is unfortunately not going to be a singular problem. This is spreading across the country to all these Democrat blue-run bastions. But let's come into here. New Jersey governor wants to price Americans out of their Second Amendment. Okay, and I'm coming right down to here. Currently in his second term, the Democrat governor has presided over the country's highest property tax rate, the third highest individual income tax rate, and overall tax competitive ranking of 49th out of 50 states in the country. Sandwiched between New York and California. I'm surprised Connecticut's not in that, but he, of course, as I said, I'm going to come right to it. He is going to put in a 2.5% excise tax on all firearm sales and 10% on all ammunition purchases, on top of the 6% state sales tax. As I said in the beginning, this is illegal because you're making a constitutional right unaffordable. You cannot do that. You can't tell somebody based on their economics whether or not they can exercise a right. You don't even have the right. That's arrogance at its best, because it just guarantees that the wealthy and those who are well-heeled are going to be able to continue to exercise the right in the state, while those who just are in the poverty level are going to be put in a real serious conundrum. Funny thing is, as much as these Democrats like to talk how they care about people of color, let's be real. The poverty line, unfortunately, has many people of color, which is a dumb statement, but it's the one we have to use, are the ones who are going to be greatly affected by these. And these are the people who live in these crime-ridden areas, and they're basically being told, you are just not going to be able to protect yourself. One, we're going to make sure you can't afford to, even though we're never going to address the criminal activity that goes on in your neighborhoods. You see how backwards these people are? It's unbelievable. But as always, they say the same thing. This is about keeping our community safe and ensuring that those who choose to exercise their Second Amendment rights contribute to the broader public good by charging them more money. You think Governor Murphy is going to tell, I guarantee you, the people that protect him, law enforcement, military, so forth and so on, who always get exempt from these things, are not going to pay this excise tax, period. It's amazingly backwards how these people go about things, and it's actually frustrating that they take advantage of people's rights in this manner and then claim safety as the reason. You think criminals actually going to pay this excise tax? And seeing that New Jersey is relatively close to Pennsylvania, they're not going to get this 10%. I'm going to tell you that now. They're not getting the 10% on ammo. And unfortunately, it's going to hurt the gun stores in the state. But why should the people pay it? Go right across the border to Pennsylvania, pick up your ammo and come back. I know a number of people who would just go back and forth. Get a van, get a bunch of buddies together, collate their money, go across the border, buy as much ammo as they need, come back with it. So they're not going to get the 10%. But obviously, once again, this is going to end up in court, because this is going to be a court battle, because this is illegal. You cannot price people out of their rights. And that's exactly what this Democrat is doing. And it's just amazing to me. Not surprising, just amazing that they keep doing it. I mean, look at the states that are doing it. Illinois, California, Colorado, New Jersey. What is the common theme with all these? All Democrat majority run bastions that basically have a crime issue. But we're gonna have to watch this and see where it goes, because this is obviously going to be challenged in court. And as in the case where Seattle, Washington passed their gun and ammo tax, it failed so miserably. Nobody was going to pay the tax. Everybody would go out of the city limits, buy their ammunition, buy their guns, and come back. And there's nothing they could do about it. The same thing's going to happen here. People are just going to travel into other states to get their ammunition. Now, as far as guns go, that's going to be a little bit trickier. But we shall see how it plays out. But once again, another misguided ideal being touted under the banner of safety. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.